Kame house party.
We'll talk about the crazy world of Dragon Ball. Let's talk about the shows, the funny, the random, the body, the balls, the wishes, the Kame, the house party. Shows, the funny, the random, the body, the balls, the wishes, the Kame, the house party.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Kame House Party. I'm Vince,
I'm Aaron.
and this is the universe's best and only improv comedy Dragon Ball watch along podcast. And damn, if that little song doesn't get me amped to get into talking about Dragon Ball. Aaron, that's by 8-Bit Suicide, correct?
Correct.
Just,
I know we don't shout him out enough.
That's
I mean,
what I'm
we
saying.
credited in the show notes, but hey, 8-Bit Suicide,
You're one of the good
friend.
ones. Friend of the show and friend of my ears.
Mm-hmm.
But we got another great episode of Dragon Ball Z to talk about this week. But you know, as every week, we're hosting a party. Got to do a little bit of Kame housekeeping. Got to clean up before you get your feet in the door. And usually, and this is a usual episode, so it's going to happen this time. We start with the world famous UN sanctioned 1 minute roundup whip sound.
All right, we're under the bank, and all we gotta do is wait until everyone leaves. Then we can go up and dig through the safe.
Go up.
No, not yet. Shh, keep your voice down.
Go down.
No, they're gonna hold on. Let me pull you in close. I
Uh-huh.
realize this might be my thing. I'm right up against your ear. I'm tickling it with my beard. Hey, keep your laughter down. Hey,
Oh,
all
it
right,
tickles.
I'm backing away an inch. No longer tickling you. We have to be quiet until the bank empties out at 5 p.m.
All right. I'm sorry, Clem. I'm just so
Fine.
excited. Once we rob this bank, we'll be on Easy Street. We can move out west and start that pony farm we always talked about.
I
Just
know.
you and I.
We can get out of New York. It's too expensive here.
It's too expensive here. It's too expensive. Too damn expensive.
Quiet down. They're gonna hear you upstairs.
Sorry. How long do we have to wait? How much longer?
Well, I kind of miscalculated. Look, I'm type A. I like to be places early. It's noon, so we got about 5 hours of sitting here underground.
5 hours. Okay. Well, I believe in the process and you know, I'm the explosive expert, so that's why I'm here to blow up the bank when we get in. And I can't wait. I can't wait to blow it up.
Oh,
Wait,
calm down. I see your match fingers moving.
That's right.
Don't you do it.
They call me Match Fingers Phil. My fingers are so dry I can snap and make a spark.
Yeah. Horrible lover, but great at striking matches. And scene. With those fingers,
Look,
y'all.
it is a PSA to wet them fingers.
Use a lotion. Preferably
mhm.
something with some what do I have?
Some water soluble
Coke.
cocoa
cocoa.
butter.
Yeah. Ooh.
Something all natural.
Mhm.
But that is our all natural, all Western themed improv scene that we do at the top of every show to loosen or tighten our improv muscles to get us ready to cover whatever the episode throws at us. And when either of us breaks or laugh in the scene, terrible lover, but wonderful at striking.
Put it on my tombstone. That's probably accurate.
It's got to get etched somewhere into our headstones, along with like images of microphones,
Mhm.
like the thumbnail images of microphones.
Terrible lover, great podcaster. That's
Mhm.
probably all podcasters.
That's right. All my wife just throws flowers on their grave. He never talked to me like he did to that microphone. But look, I treat my wife very nicely. We have a loving relationship.
These are bits.
These are bits, folks, bits. And we got more bits of this episode we got to get to, and one more bit of this first piece of Kame housekeeping, where one of us, this time Aaron, has 1 minute to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z up until this point. That is 96 episodes of Dragon Ball Z. Aaron, we are about to cross the threshold into 100 episodes of Dragon Ball Z in a few weeks here. And all X amount of, I can't even remember the number of episodes of Dragon Ball. It's too many to count, but Aaron has the task of summarizing all of that into 1 minute. We do this so you don't have to go back and watch every single episode of Dragon Ball or listen to every single episode of the podcast to get caught up to where we are now. Though, look, nobody's stopping you. What are you, scared? You scared to go into the back catalog? Coward.
It is dark back there.
I know it's dark and
while.
spooky, but if you trust yourself and trust the guidance of a younger, because they're going back in time, they're going back to when we were younger, a younger Aaron and Vince. They'll guide you through. They'll guide you through Dragon Ball in their own special way. But look, nostalgia aside, audio time travel aside, Aaron, I have one question for you. Are you ready to round up?
I am, and here we go. Dragon Ball is about 7 magic crystal ball. You collect them all, you get any wish you want, baby, and it starts Goku. He's our main boy, our main man. He came from space. We find that out later. He's great at karate. He stops bad guys from taking over the world using the Dragon Balls. He makes friends with a bunch of other karate people. He goes to a tournament a couple times, finally wins one after 3 tries, stops a demon. It stops a demon's son. He gets married, has a kid. That's when he finds out, holy shnikes, he's from space, defeats his space brother, dies in the process, but gets stronger at karate when he's dead, comes back to defeat some other space people from his home planet. Then he's like, oh no, all my friends are died. Let's go to Namek, this other planet, get those Dragon Balls. That's where they came from. So some of his buddies goes, then he meets up with them later, and they fight a bunch of aliens, and Goku's currently fighting the toughest alien of them all, Frieza, who's a really strong guy, but Goku's stronger because he just became the legendary Super Saiyan. He's blonde in the Planet My Blood.
Oh, yeah, he did it. He did it. Aaron did it as I screamed through my teeth like a Goku. But yeah, I think excellent work on that roundup. I loved that we got all of the space travel in there. Every space beat was there. All the space guys that Goku beat were there. But again, if you want to know more, if you want to get all the detail, all you got to do is go to KameHouseParty.com or search Kame House Party on your podcast app of choice. Or if you're on YouTube, just keep scrolling back. Keep scrolling back and you'll find all the goodness, all the gems. And we make all of your wishes come true with Dragon Ball comedy greatness. And now I can talk about the second and final piece of Kame housekeeping, which is where I tell you, the listener, that Aaron and I watch 2 different versions of the show. I watch the English dubbed version while Aaron watches the Japanese language English subtitled version. Why, you ask? Well, to put it simply, because comparing and contrasting is fun.
Yes, I agree.
Boom. There it is. And usually the first thing that is different is the title. And since we are in Dragon Ball Z, I start with the English title, which is, for this week's episode, episode 97 of Dragon Ball Z, Nameks Destruction.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. Destruction, definitely in this title.
Okay, points.
Namek, also in this title.
Point.
But the order they're in might surprise you.
Lay it on me. Lay it on me,
or
playa.
might not, because you're used to this by now, so it's not surprising in the least.
I have a memory of a goldfish. Try me.
So the Japanese language title, roughly translated for episode 97 of Dragon Ball Z, is The Destruction of Planet Namek? A demonic flash pierces the ground.
My goodness. I'm constantly afraid that you are going to pass out trying to read these titles because they're so long.
They got.
Can you,
They
read,
gotta
can you
give
say
you
it one more time? Can you say it one more time?
The Destruction of Planet Namek.
Okay.
Sorry, hold on. Let me get the right. There's an interrobang. Hold on. The Destruction of Planet Namek? A demonic flash pierces the ground.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot because you think of flashes usually being in the sky or the air, but this flash
Mhm.
pierces the ground and it's demonic.
Mhm.
So maybe someone's got some cursed energy. Maybe somebody's going yo imo, or declaring themselves the strongest. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see because we can finally step our feet back into the world of Dragon Ball, into Namek. I didn't clock this, and maybe I missed it at the end of the last episode. Was there ever talk that the planet was going to explode? Because the announcer in mine says something along the lines of, we return to Dragon Ball with Namek about to explode. I was like, wait,
What? No, I don't.
yeah, okay. I just had to make sure I wasn't crazy, and I missed it somehow.
Yeah, I don't think that was on the table. I think it was just Goku's like, no, I don't think that was ever on the table, man.
Right. Okay. So there. First things first. Got that continuity issue with the announcer going rogue in the booth, talking about things that don't exist and don't happen until the end of this episode. Well, not the end of this episode, but they don't happen until this episode. So there must have been some kind of translation or something that had the planet exploding prior to this in some version of the show before it got onto the Funimation streaming service. But a perfect time to tell the listener we don't do research. So if you know better, you can send it into kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. That's kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. Title it #KHP Research, and we'll read it on air. So yeah, that's the first thing that jumped out at me was that.
I'm second. I could be completely wrong on this, but I don't think they mentioned anything about the planet blowing up. We know it was getting wrecked,
Oh yeah.
but the blowing up thing he skipped ahead. He skipped ahead like one episode.
He's like, oh, I read the copy for the end at the beginning.
I read the back. That's my process.
Last line, first take. Only on Dragon Ball Z.
Look, I hate the engineers and I want more work for them. In order, no.
I'm going to read every line independent, then you cut it together.
As I cut the script up, throw it in the air. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read each word. That's gonna be one take. You put it together for me. Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, man.
Perfect.
Yes, absolutely perfect. That's that's the dream job.
Saying words.
Saying word. Isn't that must be the process for if you're like voicing a smart assistant, right? Because they can't sit there and read all kinds of lines, all kinds of ways. They just have to read certain words and then let an AI put it all together in the back end. I'm assuming, which is terrifying.
There is I watched the video from Corridor Digital, and they were experimenting with the service that they paid these. So the service paid these voice actors to just record hours and hours of them speaking. And then what the service does is that you record something of your voice and the AI will spit it back out as the voiceover artist voice.
Whoa.
And it sounds really good and convincing. It doesn't sound like sloppy. So the AI kind of figures out like the tone and
Mhm.
the enunciation of everything. It's
Wow.
wild. The future
That's-
sucks.
Yeah, I mean, from somebody who's trying to backslide into a voiceover gig, that's not very promising.
Yeah, look, the director's gonna do it. Then we're just gonna use this AI.
Oh wow, that's wild. It's wild. But let's hope that doesn't happen to Matt Stone, or what is it? Who are the big voiceover art? Trey.
The South Park men.
I mean, I can see them doing it and implementing it ethically just for the use of their show.
Mhm.
But I'm thinking of Troy Baker and Nolan North, the people who are on. They are the main characters of almost any video game.
Is your protagonist white?
You
Get
need a
one of-
white protagonist. You need a Troy Baker or a Nolan North.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you need 2 white protagonists.
They're interviewing as a team.
You need them both to be in The Last of Us part 1 and 2. Yeah, they're there.
Are they brothers? No,
They're the brothers.
They're
Yep.
oh boy,
Yep.
boy. You need some fake ass some undistinct Southern accent. What state? The South.
Tennessee, Bama, Mississippi, Carolina. That's it.
Not from the city, I'll tell you that much.
I ain't from no city. Hear me, Joel?
There's a Berg or a York or a San in front of it. No, thank you.
I can tell you this. It had less than 2,500 people in it. That's right.
I'll let you guess who I voted for.
That's right. For Supreme Court Justice Sotomayor.
Yep. I'm independent.
Buck the system, I say.
I'm
but-
Yang Gang all the way.
Yeah. Troy Baker or Nolan North. I know you guys have a podcast, but if you're looking to slum it on a little small market one, we're right here for you, buddies.
Mhm.
We'll take you. We'll take you. You can show us what we're doing wrong.
Yeah, give us those pointers.
Man.
And I have to point out, oh wow, we haven't even started this dang episode.
Nope.
Okay. First bit. This is a very jumpy episode for sure. First bit. Frieza sort of contemplating on Goku Super Saiyan-ness. Comment is like, oh, I get it. That's why I think Frieza kind of figures out the formula of the Super Saiyan. Is like, oh, I get it. You have a calm heart that becomes enraged.
Oh.
And then he's like, well, that's why Vegeta can never do it.
Okay.
He's just angry all the time.
So I'm glad that Frieza still finds a way to dump on a dead man.
Mm-hmm.
Because in mine he's a lot more dickish about it. He's like, so I guess one of the barrel full of monkeys finally did it.
Oh my
finally became
God.
finally became a Super Saiyan.
Jesus,
Unlike
man.
that lump Vegeta, he
That
wasn't even
lump?
close. He calls him a dirt clot.
That's
He's like, Vegeta thought he was a jewel, but he was nothing more than a dirt clot. It's like, oh, Frieza. Gee.
a lump was a lump his words or yours?
Lump was mine.
That's harsh.
I'm sorry. I was infected by Frieza's viciousness.
God, calling. That's like grounds for divorce. A lump.
Oh, please don't tell my wife I
Honey.
said that about Vegeta.
That's right. I'm divorcing your ass.
No, Vegeta, please. Vegeta, baby.
I want look. I don't work, so I'm gonna need that alimony, honey.
You're just like Cardi B in that song. You don't cook, you don't clean,
Mhm.
but you're sure as hell mean.
Yeah, that's how I got the ring.
But look, okay, Vegeta, I'll do anything to keep you, baby. I'll let you turn up the gravity to 100 times in the bedroom.
Why would I do that? We haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, I'll call you my little Super Saiyan. I'll dye your hair blonde.
I do. Ooh, I do like all of that. Little I don't appreciate though.
No, you're my big Super Saiyan.
Oh, now you're being a little cunt.
No,
Why?
I'm trying to be accommodating, baby.
Look, I guess I'll rip up these divorce papers.
Oh, thank goodness.
If
Whatever it is,
Hold
I'll do
on.
it.
I'm thinking it's got to be. I'm really hurt. You called me again a lump. Real harsh.
I was trying to quote a Frieza.
Hey, take that name out of your mouth. I get, you know what? Yeah. If you maybe, I don't know, slap Frieza on a stage in front of a lot of people, no divorce. Too soon? What are we doing?
No, perfect. And
And
seed.
seed, and seed.
Seed.
That's why
Oh.
it happened, folks.
That's why it happened. That's exactly why it happened.
Chris Rock is Frieza.
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith is Goku. Don't hate it.
Don't hate it. Wait, and that makes Jada Vegeta because Jada's so
Yeah.
salty. Oh, the salty tears of Vegeta
Jaden
driving
is
Kakarot to go crazy.
a Gohan because he sucks.
Yep. and to map onto this episode, Gohan the entire time is like, my dad's so great. Oh, my dad's so strong. So yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly right. And Willow is Chi-Chi, who is just pissed because nobody's giving her enough attention. This damn family. Oh boy.
I mean, but here's some, as you said, Gohan is loving his dad, but he's a lot of shots are just him taking Piccolo back to the spaceship. He just flies across a dead Ginyu Force.
Oh yeah, that was rough.
A headless Goldo.
Yeah, he's like flying over the battlefield and it's like, whoa, what a battle. And I was like, yeah, you were in it, kid.
Look at that cake in the corner.
Look at all this leftover chocolate. While Gohan was flying over the battlefield, did he have like an internal monologue where he was kind of talking to Krillin, maybe?
Go on.
Oh my goodness. I am
Or
so surprised at this.
Gohan.
I'm a go on. Because in Gohan's head, he's like, oh man, Krillin, I wonder where you are right now. We were so close. You almost made it. Like, I didn't really understand that line. Like, he knows where Krillin is. He's dead in a million pieces because Frieza blew him up. Like, it would make sense if Gohan was asking, like, Krillin, I wonder how it is in Otherworld. Have you met with King Kai yet? Or like, I don't know. It seems like they could have done something like that. But they just seem to want to force Gohan to deal with Krillin's death in that moment, kind of like nostalgic for the battle and for the victory that they were hoping to claim together. But it just felt weird and forced to me.
I think the reason it felt weird is because I don't think he talks about Krillin at all in that bit. I have like one line of notes in that. I was mainly just looking at Raccoon's butt. But it was he's really just like, my dad's gonna avenge everyone. So tangentially talking about Krillin, but it's more about how Goku's gonna beat some ass.
Yeah. I get that big, like, my dad's so cool energy from Gohan right now, which is 100% fair.
Mhm.
And then, like you said, this episode jumps around. We get a jump cut to Frieza's home base. I'm assuming that is Frieza's base of
Mhm.
operations. a Kui type alien. So think purple scales, head vents. He's like, I don't know what's going on with this, but Frieza destroyed my entire race of people, so he's getting his comeuppance as far as I'm concerned. I don't care if we can't see him on the, if his scouter's still down and we can't contact him. That prompts the loyalists of the Frieza Force to shoot that man a bunch.
Yeah, it's like a 30 seconds of them executioner style. Just
Yeah.
perforated.
And the worst part about that, I guess, to me, is the fact that he didn't die quite on the first volley. It took 2 volleys, but those lasers didn't like make him bleed. They instead collectively made him disintegrate.
A little delayed reaction on
Yeah.
those lasers.
And then there's a bit of a internal, I guess he's another Kui type alien.
Mm-hmm.
This one's got a cape, so he's a little higher status than everybody. And he's like, I think his speech goes along the lines of, there are no races anymore. There are only those who serve Lord Frieza or die defying Lord Frieza. And it's like, so, and like looks around the room, is like, so whose side are you on? And all those worms are like, well, we're on Frieza's side. The smartest ones who are on the computer eventually lock on to Frieza's signal on Namek, and they're like, look, Lord Frieza's using his full power. Victory is at hand. And then they notice a second power source that is just a little bit stronger than Lord Frieza's. That causes their entire base to blow up because there was a system overload because it couldn't record the power levels coming from Namek. So their computer was so limited in scope. There weren't enough zeros to encapsulate all of the power levels that they were recording.
Yeah, it rolled back over to 1901, Y2K style.
Yeah, Y2K happened on this base, and not like sizzled out the computers, not like they smoke and everybody's like falls over the floor doing like a bit of a gag. Nuh-uh. Just massive explosion.
A whole part of a building blows up. They're tossed about through a hallway because Goku, that's how powerful Goku is.
How powerful Goku is. That from whatever planet they're on, I'm assuming that's another millions of miles away from Namek, his power level could be traced and calculated to be greater than an entire computer system could handle. It's very cool. Also very silly.
Strong boy. He's a strong boy. Let's see. So, I mean, Goku, speaking of him, and they just kind of, for a second, they just kind of have big energy balls around them. Cells. So powerful that it starts just sucking stuff up. That's it. That's it for that
Giant
part.
water spouts, lightning everywhere.
The usual,
the
just
usual.
planet getting destroyed.
Yeah.
And then Gohan finally makes it to Goku's ship. We get a cut back to Earth. Brief is trying, again, same situation. Brief's trying to fix the dang thing. Chi-Chi getting mad about it. He talks a little, he talks back a little bit. He says, quote, "This would be a piece of cake if you didn't rush me."
Ooh, that Briefs has a backbone.
Mm-hmm.
The English Briefs is a little bit more like, oh, if I only had more time. And then he hurts his hand and he says, see, science is a dangerous endeavor or something like that. So they made him funny, which I appreciated.
Yeah, he was just like, I mean, he also got hurt in mind, but didn't really know, but mainly blame Chi-Chi for being up in his. It's hard to work with someone yelling at you, being right there next to you, watching your every move.
I don't know if you've had this, but whenever I have to present something over Teams and it's Excel related, I forget how to do everything in Excel. They're like, "Hey, can you just like undo that?" And I'm like, "Huh? What?" Clackety clackety clack. Then my computer explodes.
Quickly. Yeah. The CEO is so powerful that his energy comes through. I'm Vince. I'm a creative. I don't have to do Excel sheets.
There we go. I knew. That's it.
I do this, and you'd be like, "What if it was green?"
And I say, "Damn it! I don't know how to change the cell color." That's my nemesis is perfect cell, and it's just me trying to use formulas to make cell in Excel.
I mean, Excel will get you far.
Even a basic understanding. Put it on your resume.
I mean, everyone should just put it on their resume.
Yeah,
and call
you'll
it
learn
good.
it. There are plenty of tutorials. I mean, what Clip? If you're on a non-Mac, you got Clippy. Clippy will help you out.
Clippy will get you that job.
I heard you were looking for a job.
Yeah, market's real tough out there, and I'm just trying to pick up some new skills.
Have you tried the sum if formula?
I don't know what that means.
Maybe you need to highlight a cell.
Okay.
All you have to do is click and drag.
Cool. Okay, great. Clicking and dragging. I still don't know what Excel is for or why anyone would use it for anything.
Maybe you need to categorize some data in the form of a grid.
Oh boy. You know what? I think this might be a little too out of my league.
Really? All I
Yeah.
said was grid.
Ugh. Ooh. Not great at math. I did liberal arts and
Liberal
associates in
arts.
liberal arts. That's as far as I got.
Well, don't worry. Clippy can help you. Why don't you just enter a number into a cell?
Ooh, okay. Back up, Clippy. I thought this was basic stuff. You're gonna have to back it up a little bit, bud.
Okay.
Numbers.
How about we add lines to the grid? That's a formatting thing.
Okay, so I'll take this pencil and draw this line
Ow!
on the screen.
Ow!
Wait, Clippy, are you sentient?
Clippity doo dah, bye bye.
Clippy just he fell into the trash can on my computer. I just opened it up. There he is. Hey, bud. What's the matter, pal?
Oh no!
Why are you hiding in the trash?
You weren't supposed to know that I'm sentient.
I won't tell. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Freeze, FBI!
What?
Listen here. Hands up. Step away from the computer.
Clippy, clip him. Tell him I'm innocent, please.
Book 'em, copper.
No, Clippy, you're taking off your mustache. You were wired.
Oh. That's Chief Investigator Clippy. This is the guy.
How'd you know I wanted to learn accounting for my drug ring?
No one who does drugs wants to use Excel unless it's to sell.
To excel at the drug trade. That's what I thought I would do.
Darn it, he came up with a better tagline for it.
Oh no, more jail time?
That's right. 80 years.
Oh God. It's a felony.
That's right.
That's more than first
Remember when
degree
you drew
murder.
on the screen? That's assault, brother. And Clippy's
still sentient. I forgot.
Clippy's gonna remember.
I know you never miss a court date. You're very vigilant.
I'm always there, and I can help you add that to your calendar if you'd like.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I'd appreciate that.
Just drop the link here.
Okay. And I'm dropping to my knees because someone's putting a boot
Stop
in my hand.
resisting!
I'm talking to Clippy.
Stop talking to Clippy!
He's reading my rights.
Your court date has been added to your calendar. See you in hell. I mean, jail.
Wait, you're the devil?
Yes.
See?
Oh, man. We finally got there.
Mm-hmm.
Clippy is the devil. He'll put you away for as long as he can.
Yeah. He's always making deals.
I mean, how do you think you get a job in accounting, huh? You make a deal with a Clippy. You never break a promise to Clippy. You hear me?
He is constantly asking if you need help, much like a devil. The devil wants to help you out so bad, but for a price. A soul. Your soul is the price.
The soul is the price, and usually if you don't, or if you follow the ranking of kings rules, you don't pay. You break a promise to a demon, they eat your soul forever.
Yeah, don't
do it.
Or in general, I think it's probably a good call. Just don't make promises.
That's
promise
the easiest
nothing.
way. Promise nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Always, what does it say? Keep your expectations low, and you'll always rise above.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Shut
Answer
up.
everything with a maybe. We'll see. Who
Mhm.
knows?
Let me get back to you.
I'll do my best.
Let me circle back. Look,
Mhm. Ooh,
we
yeah.
live the corporate life. We know how this works.
The most powerful phrase. Let me circle back. I.e., I'm never answering this because you're gonna forget.
I.e., we'll both forget about this until 2 months, and then it becomes a problem.
But look, Chi doesn't have to wait 2 months to see her boy because she's able to FaceTime. They know that Gohan's in the ship. They FaceTime for a little bit. She's very excited. Gohan has to be the one that breaks the news that Krillin's dead, and that sucks. But then he just like, okay, I can't talk. I gotta get Bulma. Bye. And then he just hangs up on his. Doesn't even hang up. Just walks away.
Just walks out.
Leaves-
Leaves the FaceTime on. They're forced to stare at a dying Piccolo.
Hey, Chi-Chi. How's it going?
Oh, Piccolo.
Yeah.
You better not have hurt my Gohan.
No, I protected him. He's a good boy. He's a
I
good
know he
kid.
is. I know he's a good boy.
Maybe.
How do you know he's a good boy?
I did spend a year training him, and I did I'm going to say maybe 2 episodes ago, I did pat him on the head.
You did what?
'Cause he
Krillin never told
finally-
me any of this.
Who?
You know what? I don't. He doesn't really. I said the name Krillin, but I don't associate it with a face. I see a smooth stone.
Oh, I think I heard about that. He's the guy that came to your house and chickened out, telling you about Goku.
he was a
ate-
chicken. Now I'm
Oh,
even more.
boy.
Maybe I'm thinking of
This
clucking.
signal must be bad. Namek cough.
Piccolo, please. How's Goku doing in the fight? Is he winning?
Hold on. Did I see that he turned into a Super Saiyan? You know what? I'm gonna say yeah. He's blonde. He's blonde now. He's kicking.
He's what? Oh,
He went blonde. He got a new do.
cool.
Yeah, he's honestly really cool. He did. He got a new hair color. He did a kickflip off a mountain and then just beat Frieza's ass. It
Oh,
fucking
nice.
ruled.
With a new blonde Goku, I'm sure to pull a lot of ladies when he gets back.
Yeah, there's probably gonna be some spillover. Don't tell Chi-Chi though.
I'm right here, both of you. Bonk. Ow!
Good thing she can't hit me because I have.
Oh, like hell I can't.
Wait a minute. A long stretchy arm just came behind me.
Bonk.
Ugh. Ow. Now I'm closer to death now.
Well, if I were there, you'd already be dead because I just want my Gohan back.
He's gotta pick up I don't know, some other human. I can't keep track of all of you.
Is it Bulma? Please let it be
Oh.
Bulma.
Yeah, it's Bulma. That's right.
Ooh, can't wait for Bulma to get back on Earth.
Why?
Prospects go up by 1.
Prospects for what? Explain
Um,
it to me like I'm an Namekian.
I mean, you've done fusion, right?
Oh, okay, I get it. All right. You say, hey,
Yes.
say no more, man.
Tee sex.
Ew. What?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that out loud. Roshi, Chi-Chi, please, no, ah!
Roshi, you gonna get up or move? Or...
Roshi's down for the count.
Uh-oh. Dang. People are dropping like flies on this mission.
And
Seed. It ends with, like all at Dragon Ball, it ends with violence.
It always ends with violence. But yeah, I respected Lil Gohan for walking away from his elders, telling him to stay and answer their questions. And I did think it was pretty cold that Roshi and Chi-Chi both barely cared that Krillin was gone.
Roshi kind of, but yeah, they were. It was like, what's happening with Goku? I don't know. It's a stressful situation, right?
Oh yeah.
You're trying. Only have so many space minutes
Mm-hmm.
before you had to go down to the store, get another card.
And just the process for that is just something you don't want to deal with.
No, there's each card has its own pin that you have to activate. It's bullshit.
And God forbid if you tear open the part of the package that has the pin on it, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Anyway, where are we? Yeah, Gohan goes off to look for Bulma. And then we're going to cut back to the battle. Frieza's saying, I'll destroy us both before I let you live. That is the opening line of that scene, which I felt was foreshadowing a little bit.
Similar.
And then, Frieza does his version of a spirit bomb. Seems like he picked up a little something. He's gathering this demonic ball of energy. He states that Goku's power is amazing, but sometimes it's not the strongest who wins, it's the smartest. And then hurls that energy bomb into the planet. Right?
An addendum?
Addendum?
Damn near, yeah. Addendum damn near killed him.
Yeah.
Frieza does, he kind of just states his plan. He's like, oh, by the way, I can breathe in space. Can you? Hook?
So I didn't get that until after this commercial.
Namekian cough again. Hey, Roshi, now that Chi-Chi's gone, we can just...
Piccolo.
I know you're weak.
I feel as bad as you look.
You craned me.
Kratom.
Look, now that Chi-Chi's gone, you can just be us boys. And I gotta tell you, as a boy, as a Namekian boy, you know what I'm really enjoying, even though it's for everyone?
What is it? Please, Piccolo, tell me.
All right. I've been... You know how, like, sometimes I'll float in the air and it looks like I'm meditating or doing mental training? What I'm actually doing is I'm using mental Wi-Fi to go to patreon.com/Kame House Party.
Oh, really? Patreon.com/Kame House Party.
Where, look, for only $5, and they'll take space bucks too. The transfer rate's not great, but they'll take it. That for $5 a month, you get weekly bonus content from those Kame House Party boys. That's probably why I mentioned boys so much earlier.
No, now I fully get it. I fully understand. $5 for more boys.
Not loving how you said that.
What?
You
Just
said-
say it how I say, but if it was two ladies, I'd say more girls,
Okay, no, okay.
more boys,
All right. Dogs.
more pups.
See, that was different.
What? There was something different about it. Let
There
me
was
try it
slight-
again.
there was slight-
More dogs.
There we go.
Ooh, more dogs.
They should never let you near a shelter.
Because I'd adopt them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I'd adopt them.
Look, what I'm saying is that this bonus content is fun and good. They talk about anything and everything. Maybe they'll, goof on a trailer that came out. I heard they talked about Gundam at one point, and Star Trek.
Who trick?
I don't know, some show about space. I'm not interested because I'm like, I've been there.
I mean, I'm interested.
I
I might
lived it,
be
baby.
going there one day. I'm in the chute.
Oh yeah, you are. They're bleeding out.
Ugh.
His face.
Chi-Chi really did a number on me.
How strong is she? Should she
mean,
have come?
I think
Namek.
it would have probably benefited if she were there. She probably would have trained the whole way to beat up Goku for running off without her. And I mean, I wish I could have gone. I would have liked to train, but I'll pass the time by going to patreon.com/Kame House Party.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hot minute before we come back to Earth, so you can pass the time there. There's like over a year's worth of content already up there.
Oh my goodness! So $5 a month sounds like a real steal. Almost like me going into someone's room
Okay,
when
go
they're
on.
not there,
All
opening
right.
a drawer and
Crayons,
stealing
turtles.
their hard-earned
Gee.
savings. And spend it on nudie magazines.
Oh, you're talking about going into Goku's room?
Yep.
Because he keeps his money in the drawer.
Where
Yeah, he
keeps
tells
all
everyone.
of his tournament money.
He told everyone that. I think he tweeted it once.
And me, I'm like Jay Leno. I don't touch my tournament money.
Yeah, you only what you do on like tours and appearances. That's the money you spend. I mean, it shows.
I only
you
use
have-
my Jackie Chan money.
Plus, you do have a tiny home, so you're saving there. Did you buy that island or you just kind of set up shop?
Let's just say Roshi don't pay no taxes.
Okay. I mean, you are in international waters. Plus, it's in Turtle's name, and as we all know, you can't prosecute a turtle, so.
Look, it's the ultimate defense in court. The turtle defense.
On it, you know what? I think when I get back to Earth, I need to talk to you about some financial stuff. I might owe child support. I don't know yet.
Oh, Roshi knows how to get out of that one.
Oh, okay, great. Because I'm flat broke.
Well, you could always work for me.
No, thank you.
Well, I could help you pay for that Kame House Party subscription you're so into.
Ooh, you know what? If I'll throw this out as Piccolo, but if you want to share a Patreon subscription, I Piccolo don't care. Some people might.
Well, there's that. And, the bare minimum, I could pay them maybe a one-time $3 donation to get them to say your name on the podcast. Is that's something
do
that they
that.
do, I'm assuming?
I mean, it's a repeating cost, but it is
So
a
I could-
one-time, but it is a one-time show. Look, you can cancel anytime.
I'm flexible.
Like those Lifetime books? Did I
Just
mention
like
I'm
the
old?
Lifetime books. Or the Intimates in the Sears catalog.
Yes, you can cancel anyone for looking at the Intimates of the Sears catalog at any time.
So what I'm hearing is when you're back, we
Mm-hmm.
may or may not split a Kame House Party Patreon subscription.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that you'd like to keep doing because their bonus content there's so much of it, and it's so good. Is that what I'm
Mm.
hearing?
It's like hanging out with two buds. It's like hanging out with two Gohans, but they're funny.
Ooh, two Gohans.
Bad at karate.
What will a Krillin be there?
We'll see. I mean, look, even I'm confused by this like Dragon Ball situation, so we'll see. I don't know.
Guess we'll see you at patreon.com/Kame House Party.
Mm-hmm. Tell him Piccolo and Roshi sent you. Whoever it might be. Chi, tell him Piccolo and Roshi sent you.
Oh no, she's coming back.
Oh no, wait, play dead.
Huh.
Shoe, honk shoe.
Me, 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 me. Puff, me, 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 me.
Fusion. Why, yes, I will. That planet's gonna blow up just like
That's
this
right.
banner. That was a visual gag for the visual audience. Nameks fucked.
Yeah,
Fucked real bad.
Namek got hit by the worst thing, which is a shot to the core. Shot to the core, and you're to blame. Nameks go when boom again.
Ooh, again.
I don't look. I had to fit it in.
Yeah, no, I'll take it. Look, if we count the Big Bang,
There we go.
then technically it's a second boom. King Kai is he's just freaking out.
Yeah, can we talk about King Kai? The man has like near omnipotency, but chooses to just take everything at immediate face value.
He's lost all hope. He's like, Goku, he did it. He was strong enough to beat Frieza, but Frieza dang done outsmarted him. He still can't breathe in space.
Yeah, that was to me. That was like, I was like, dang, King Kai. Like, I know things look bad, but they've also looked bad like 3, 5, 10 episodes ago. I just would assume that he might have. I thought initially he may have been like playing it up a little bit, like for the other Z fighters. Like I thought he was going to play it up as a joke for Tien, Chaozu, and Yamcha. Like he was just gonna be like, "Oh no, I'm kidding. Goku's fine. I told you he's super strong. He's my student." I thought that was gonna be the bit, but instead he thinks the planet's been destroyed. He can no longer sense Gohan, Piccolo, Bulma. He's like, everyone, they're all gone. Frieza won. And then King Kai gets a call from who else but Kame. and I like,
Hey.
yeah, it did feel like that. It felt like, at least in mine, he's like, oh, King Kai, can you hear me? My, Popo, that guy I hang out with a lot. He lives with me. He's been down on Earth. He's collected 5 Dragon Balls already. And then King Kai's like, Kami? He's like, how's the weather? Blah, blah, blah.
What?
And they don't
How's
put
the
it,
weather?
they don't put it together right away. Because then it takes King Kai a minute. He goes, wait, Kami, if you're alive, that means Piccolo is alive. But he, or no, it was like, what was the line? King Kai says, Kami, how are you feeling? And Kami's like, a little indigestion, but I think I'll be all right. And then that's when King Kai gets the realization. He's like, wait a minute, you're alive. That means Piccolo's alive. And then a few more seconds of searching with his antennas, he's like, hey guys, look, I was wrong. Everybody's alive. Oh, how silly of me.
That's that. I think what had happened in my viewing is that I knew the planet was going to get destroyed. And I don't even think we don't see it destroyed, right? They don't cut. I think where they messed up is that after the commercial, they should have just cut to King Kai.
Oh, yeah.
And then we, the audience, would have been tricked of like, wait, did the planet actually blow up? I think there's something If they would have done that, I think this would have like made a little more sense. But because we saw Namek like still kind of there,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where the disconnect is. And I do love just a King Kai and a Kame just having like cool casual conversation. Indigestion?
That was the line in mine. They were like, we need to lighten this episode up a little bit. Y'all thought everybody was dead. No, it's just Krillin still.
Yeah. In mine, Kami is like, I mean, I can bring you the boys back to life, but it won't. I mean, not Chaozu. Sorry, bud. You only live twice.
Yote.
Mm-hmm.
You only live twice. Yolt. There we go. It's my new energy drink. You only live twice.
You only live after drinking this.
Drink this to live a second life.
Mm-hmm.
In Second Life.
Now a part of the metaverse.
Oh, jeez. Can't wait for those servers to come back online.
Oh boy. We see Bulma in the realiverse. God, that's what we're gonna call real life at some point, ain't it?
Oh, you just spoke that into existence.
God damn it! I ruined life. I ruined society.
You did it.
I did. The realiverse.
Mhm.
It's gonna happen if metaverse like becomes a thing. God, I hope not.
Mhm.
Just that's really my only feeling is but like people are gonna start calling real life the realiverse.
Ugh. Oh,
And
now
I
we're
started
both,
it.
Now we're both just
We're
disgusted
complicit.
and complicit.
We did this.
But it's on a podcast, so we get a trademark, and
Mhm.
we're gonna need royalties. We're gonna content strike anybody who says real.
Yeah, the algorithm's gonna work for us, not against us this time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But in the real world, Bulma she's hanging from a cliff, then she's not, and then she just kind of cries and waits.
Yep. She's still waiting for Gohan. Gohan is still flying.
Do we see Ginyu?
No, we don't see a Ginyu.
No.
So we don't know where that frog is at or what that frog is doing. What
He's
that frog
mourning.
doing?
He went to his boys.
Mm-hmm.
Like Gohan buried all those Namekians. He's gonna bury the Ginyu Force.
And then go through their pockets for their sweets.
Yeah. Just his frog tongue just reaching into pockets. See what he can find. Lint. You know what? What?
Why not?
Yeah, no, look, I'm a fucking frog. Who cares?
My stomach can take it, or I'll finally die.
Either way, works perfect for me. And then sort of the final bit of this episode. Goku and Frieza just hanging out over a giant crater.
It's a cool shot.
Frieza is like, oh, I think whoopsie, I miscalculated my power there. And Goku is immediately, quote, because you were afraid of getting caught in the blast.
Yep.
Mm-hmm,
Goku basically says, "No, you're soft.
Yeah.
So you're a coward. Duh. That's
Yeah.
why it didn't work.
You didn't go hard.
You didn't go hard enough." But this is in the point of my episode where Frieza finally divulges that he's like, "Oh yeah, I would have survived because I don't need to breathe air. But also, tick tick, time's running out. You got 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes until you're sucking space, Goku."
I blew up the core. I assume you know how geology works.
Mm-hmm. What are you, some kind of dummy?
Didn't you go to Earth school?
Yeah, what do they teach you over there at Earth School? They don't teach you how fission works? I don't know.
Everyone knows if you hit the core of a planet, it will explode in 5 minutes.
It's a coefficient, actually.
It's the universal constant.
Mm-hmm. Mass of planet divided by force of blast equals time to detonation.
Mhm. So let's 5 minutes. But Goku's like, okay, cool, that's plenty of time to beat your ass.
Yes.
Let's do it. He's like, I love this. This is perfect.
I needed a reason.
Well, it's like, cool, that's plenty of time to beat you and then hop on my spaceship, baby, and get out of here with my friends. Suck my butt.
Yeah.
Suck my tail nub.
The absolute confidence to tell Frieza he's got a spaceship ready to go. And all my friends are on it. The ones
Yeah.
you didn't blow up.
Oh, yeah, that is a bad move on Goku's part.
Yeah, because what's keeping Frieza from just flying over that spaceship and blowing that up within the 5 minutes?
Well, I mean, as we've seen, Goku is the one keeping him. He
That's
already
true.
he did try that trick earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, bad move. He could just shoot a little over his shoulder, hit his
True.
spaceship, hit
But-
Chi. Just hits the monitor that Chi-Chi's talking on. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, Piccolo finally can finally go back to sleep.
I could die in peace.
One thing just in terms of the planet blowing up, one thing that we didn't mention, but when there's that initial flash,
Mhm.
Chi-Chi and Roshi can see, like, because the screen's still on, and they see the big flash, and Roshi in mind says, "Oh my God, did the planet just blow up?" I'm like, bro, how do you know what that looks like? Which I don't know. It felt, again, my episode felt forced in a couple of different spots of like, feel bad about Krillin being dead. The planet really blew up, guys. The planet's really blown up. And you know, those are the two things they kept pushing in this episode for me.
I'm just thinking about Roshi. Like, oh my God, did the planet blow up?
Just wish
What
Yajirobe
a
was
dummy.
in that room
Oh,
too.
man.
Just be like, "What are you talking about, you dummy? How do you know?"
I watched Planet Earth, David
No.
Attenborough.
You watched Planet Her.
It might have been on a certain channel and it might have been a parody of some sort, narrated by David at her bottom. There we go.
Oh
Found
my
it.
God! All I saw was the title on the bill. I didn't
And
know.
this was during a hotel stay. You're right. You got me. I said
we're
I'd pay you back.
We're staying in the Capsule Corp Hotel.
Yeah, Bulma won't let us. Mrs. Briefs took one look at me and said no, walked away, left a business card for the Capsule Hotel.
Well, could you blame her? I think she got it right.
I mean, look, you know what? Yeah, she did. No further explanation. We all know. We get it.
Haha, I called you out for being a perv.
Yeah, but she wouldn't let you in because you wouldn't rinse off with the hose first.
Why would I ever get rid of this?
Your stink?
It's only stink because we're not out in the wild. Because when I'm out in the wild, no animal can smell me. I smell like everything.
You've lived in a tower for years. You haven't been. When's the last time you ran free in the wilderness
I mean,
in a cool car?
you mean, yeah, I mean, there was that time I drove my cool car through the wilderness. And, no, I fell off the tower once.
Don't give me this Bear Grylls act like you're some sort of survivalist.
I taught Bear Grylls everything he knows.
I know you got like a hibachi in a whole ass pantry in a capsule somewhere.
No, that's not true. I eat what I find.
Yeah, in the capsule.
No, the capsule just happens to open sometimes when I'm really, really hungry. And, like, there's no giant pterodactyl to eat. Sometimes I'm lazy, okay? I'm just lazy.
Look, don't try and high road me is all I'm saying. You're in this hotel too.
Fine. You wanna I don't know, order room service.
Yeah, I'll put up the makeshift room splitter. You order room service. I'll watch another documentary.
Okay. Well, I'll put my headphones on like last time.
Please do. I highly recommend it.
And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and
Yes.
2 and 3 and 4. Oh no, I can't find my headphones.
It's too late. It's starting.
And see.
Oh, room service isn't gonna end scene.
No, I didn't want room service to
You
walk
don't.
in
Yeah,
on that.
let's. You know what? Let's spare this poor imaginary bellhop
Mhm.
from this horrible vision.
And I mean, it's a pretty terrifying vision that we're left with at the end of this episode. The announcer saying, "Will Namek explode?" And then they
Yes.
do the actual like the planet exploding kind of graphic. But for everybody who's listening and watching, get ready for the longest 5 minutes in Dragon Ball history are about to occur from episode 96 to the end of this Namek saga.
It's. I was wondering when like the time stretch was gonna happen. I thought we had already passed it, maybe. but-
I think we had talked about it on a previous episode that we felt like we were in the time stretch already, but mm-mm.
I don't think we have that too many more episodes left on Namek, though. I don't
Nope.
think.
Just
Well,
a handful maybe.
Look, we'll get there when we get there. Surely it can't last till next year, can it?
Dear God, I hope not.
Oh boy.
We gotta start a new saga sometime.
I know.
Fast.
I need some androids. I need some
Mhm.
time travel.
Yeah, I
I
need
need
to.
some trunks.
Yeah. Time
And-
travel.
Vince, I need to read you this wonderful email that someone wrote. This is from Callum. The subject is expressing gratitude.
Ooh.
Hey guys, just want to say how grateful I am to listen to your podcast. It has helped me get through plenty of tough and tedious times. Been a listener since 2018 and usually listen during my shifts at work. So finally being able to be with you guys to see Goku turn Super Saiyan is awesome. I agree. That
Mhm.
ooh. see last 2 episodes ago.
2
viewer?
episodes ago.
From that episode, there was the whole Wolfang fuck me joke. So I thought it would be a blast to make a quick t-shirt of it to send here. Hope you get a laugh out of it as you have supplied me with plenty. Can't wait for more episodes to come. Glad to finally send something in. Have an awesome day, night, you two, and keep fighting.
Oh,
Callum, thank
damn.
you so much.
Callum, thank you so much. That's
Yeah.
so nice.
Show us, send us a picture of that Wolfang fuck me shirt.
Yeah, we need to see that shirt.
I know. I'm curious what you did with it.
Mm-hmm.
I do hope it's just Yamcha dead
Yes.
in the pit.
Wolfang, fuck me. We're so glad that we could accompany you on this journey to Goku becoming a Super Saiyan and beyond, Callum. That's really great. And
Mhm.
thank you so much for writing in. We really appreciate it. And I'm glad that we're helping you get through the workday.
Yeah, thank you so much. And little secret, this also helps us get through some troubling times.
Oh yeah. It is the backbone of my mental health.
So please don't tell your therapist that the thing keeping you going is a podcast.
They might think you need more help.
Yeah, you might have to pay for more therapy.
They're like, oh, this is a podcast fan? Gotta up
Oh.
your rate.
Yeah. Like, oh, this is years. Milk 'em dry.
I'm gonna start seeing you daily.
But Callum, thank you very much for writing in.
Yeah, and thank you all for listening to the podcast. You can find us on social media at Kame House Party, wherever you're on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, you name it, we're there, baby. And then you can catch us every Thursday night streaming a variety of games and having a variety of fun over on twitch.tv/Kame House Party. And you may already know this, but you can go to patreon.com/comedy-house-party to get even more of us for just a $5 donation, or if you want your name shouted out on the podcast, it's a $3 donation. And what else we got to tell the people? Send in your emails to comehousepartypod@gmail.com. We'll take your research, we'll take your kind words, we'll take all that good stuff.
And that's it. You ran through it all. I have nothing
Whew.
else to add.
I threw it all in there so that we could wrap it up the way we always do. Whether you are having the hardest hotel stay of your entire life, or you're that imaginary bellhop who got to leave work early, you gotta
keep fighting.
Kame House Party.